Good evening, everyone. My name is Tina Hewerman, and I'm so excited to have you with us this evening. Tonight, we are going to be talking about 4 of our brand new products with Godasana, and I'm so excited. So our latest must-haves and all the reviews that we're getting on these products are absolutely amazing. Everyone is in love with them, from hair to armpits to some special things that you're going to find out tonight on how other ways you can use that deodorant. So let's get started and get to learning. So again, my name is Tina Hewerman. I'm a wife, a grandmother, and a mother to 3, one in spirit. I'm the hostess and founder of the Detox Divas, mindset coach and wellness advocate, best-selling author, and motivational speaker. I love weather when it's in the 80 degrees. That's my favorite temperature because then I'm not too hot and I'm not too cold. So let's talk about the Green Organics team. Here we have Paula Scarcella and her husband, Ben. Both are absolutely amazing servant people that just want to make an impact in your health and well-being. And Godasana's belief system, Green Organics belief system, is simple and has been demonstrated every day for the past 8 years. To always be authentic, ethical, transparent, without favoritism, while respecting the invaluable partnership we have with our consultants, a volunteer workforce with over 8 years of consistent growth, 200 plus products, and is past that magical 5-year mark where most companies fail. We want to build an extraordinary company, which we are, man, we're doing that. To make a positive difference in the world, in the health of people worldwide. We are a global company, for those of you that are new. And with products, we proudly stand behind with the 100% no questions asked money back guarantee. You can go to work here, invest your heart, time, and dreams, knowing that we will always be standing beside you. And we love our customers too, because there are some that just are uncomfortable sharing sometimes. But once they try the products, they really can't help it because it makes them feel so good. So our formulator is Alexandria Brighton. Alexandria Brighton is an aromatherapy formulator, educator, and owner of the Brighton Institute of Botanical Studies with over 30 years of experience in the aromatherapy world. Her essential oil and herbal still room blends are highly sought after worldwide and are now available exclusively at Godasana and Heart and Body Naturals, where she is the final word on sourcing plant materials from artisan distillers and farmers worldwide. The exclusivity of Alexandria Brighton's essential oil and herbal still room blend, only available with the Green Organics family, is the first answer to why HBN or Godasana. I saw this testimony or accolade towards Alexandria on the website, and I just had to include that because the integrity and trustworthiness of the entire company, it just goes through the people in the field, the customers. Like, we just really have such an amazing group of people here. So before we get into our fun stuff, let's get the legal stuff taken care of, because we are not allowed to make any medical claims. So we do believe it's your right and responsibility to educate yourself, which you're doing by being on this call tonight. So thank you for that. And to seek helpful information and make use of it for your own benefit and for that of your family. You are the one responsible for your health. In order to make decisions in all health matters, you must educate yourself and take responsibility for your health decisions. So the statements made on this website and literature presentations have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. Our products are not intended to diagnose, treat, prevent, cure any disease. The information on our website's literature and presentations is not intended as medical advice and is not intended to replace the primary relationship you have with your primary healthcare provider. Any decisions you make about your food or supplement choices should be made with the one-on-one help of a qualified healthcare provider. If you have a medical condition, see your physician of choice before starting any program. So Unmatched quality is one of the things that I have found and grown to love here with Heart and Body Naturals. Um, we have a pure plant promise. Godasana is actually raising the bar for the industry with our pure plant ingredient promise. It's because we only use the best. So we promise that all of our ingredients are minimally processed. Our essential oils are from first distillation only, which means they are in their purest form. They are never adulterated or rectified. Our herbs and grasses are processed with low or no heat temperature to keep the integrity of the plant. The cruelty-free, no Godasana products are ever tested on animals, are always free of pesticides, chemicals, synthetics, preservatives, stabilizers, potassium, all of those fun things right there, or animal products. We are a plant-based company, and everything is third-party tested to ensure the quality that is on the bag is also in the bag or the bottle. So we want to make sure that you are getting the best because your health is worth the best. Purpose-driven, earth-friendly, farm direct, buy and try guarantee. So now I'm so excited to introduce my cohort now for the bi-weekly essential oil or Godasana calls that we're having. Miss Veronica Easterling Thomas. She's a founder and owner of the multicultural aromatherapy, natural health consultant, and aromatherapist herself. She has studied under many of the top aromatherapist in the world, and she's truly gifted when it comes to the formulations and her knowledge of essential oils and how they work within the body. She transforms the lives of private and corporate clients through consultations and educational programs. She's a writer, poet, blogger, speaker, and author. I'd love to see some of your poetry sometime. 20-year fibromyalgia advocate and 10-year support group leader. Developed a self-care program for those suffering from chronic pain. Champion for Team Natural Hair, promoting 100% natural hair care products, which she was so excited when this one was launched, and organizes anti-hair shaming efforts for people of color. So, Veronica, let's have some fun. Give us your knowledge. I'm going to go ahead and mute out so I don't have any clicking noises or any background noises to interrupt your presentation, and then I'll be back with all of you later when she's done.
Well, thank you for the introduction and informing us and reminding us of just how wonderful this company is. I I have been an advocate for non-toxic products for more than 30 years. So this is one of the reasons what attracted me to Godasana in the first place. I actually had clients that created their own line of products because they didn't like some of the ingredients that you see here on the screen in their products. And the thing about the deodorants, it's so difficult these days or anytime. No one would have been ever been able to successfully come up with an effective deodorant and not have to use it 3 or 4 times a day just to stay fresh and still have the quality that we are experiencing with this new deodorant. I have I I have like tons of tries. I actually have a box of deodorants. I think when Rite Aid went out of business and they clearanced everything like 90%. So I went and just grabbed a whole bunch of them thinking they would work. I still have that box over there because they don't work. And that used to drive me insane. So it's so important to make sure that we do have a natural alternative to the aluminum-based deodorants. I mean, breast cancer is so rampant, and there are studies to show that there is a link to breast cancer with aluminum products. I mean, there are studies that show this. It's something interesting. Well, like we'll get into the parabens, those are preservatives that are put in beauty products. um, shampoos, any products these days. Um, and they can mimic estrogen in the body. And so it can disrupt your hormone levels. Phthalates, uh, it can also disrupt your endocrine system and reproductive system. They're found in synthetic fragrances. Um, some companies kind of brag. I'm going to show you some examples later. They kind of brag that, oh, we're phthalate free. Well, it doesn't mean anything. You're not fragrance free. And so we're going to talk a little bit about why phthalates, even if they are phthalate free, why that really doesn't make a difference. But um, the parabens, I want to go back to that. I have a personal uh, experience when it comes to the parabens. My husband had an aunt that developed uterine cancer. And because it was hidden behind a fibroid tumor, it went into her colon. So she was only given a few months to live, but it was considered what they call an estrogen fed cancer. And they were going to buy her some more time. She was going to go to this specialist in Texas, what they call the Sloan Kettering Center. And what they were going to do was do this hormone therapy or that will help to balance out the estrogen. Now, mind you, she was already through menopause. So why does she still have a lot of estrogen in her body? Well, one day when I picked her up from her treatment, she handed me a handout that the doctor gave her. And she said, "Do you have any of this?" Because he told me that I shouldn't be using products that have parabens in it because it's going to mimic estrogen and it's going to feed this cancer. And I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm aware of that." And so he had recommended like shea butter and coconut oil, stuff that was just completely natural, no fragrance or any of that. And I said, "Yeah, I've been living like that for a while." And she says, "Well, why don't the doctors tell us to do that before we get sick?" And I said, "That's a good question." He's going to give her a handout after the fact. And one of the things that was listed on there was parabens that she had to avoid because it was feeding the cancer that she had. And so that's something that, I've been an advocate for years to eliminate that in your beauty care products. This is an example. Oh, you
I'm
want
just going to pop in real quick. Most of you know I lost my mom to breast cancer, and that's one of the reasons that I'm such an advocate for toxic free living. And I've said many times, if I could trace the chemicals from secret deodorant to her tumors, secret deodorant would not be in business anymore because I would take all their money from taking my mama. So it's
Mm.
true. Our lymphatic system is right there. Go ahead.
Yeah, you want to talk about that since you're the detox lady.
Well, yeah. Why don't you can go ahead and finish up there, and then I'll pop back in and do lymphatic when you're done with the chemicals.
Okay. Yes. So here's an example of a popular body care product. And I kind of put them on blast because they always are running campaigns for breast cancer. In fact, you buy the little pink breast cancer pendant from this company. And they say, well, if you purchase this, this, and this, some of the proceeds will go to breast cancer research. Now, that's what they call pink washing. Here you are trying to advocate for breast cancer, but you're selling products that causes cancer. So, it's not adding up. And so this is a typical ingredient. If you were to go to the store or even purchase from other companies, these are the average ingredients. Most of these we can't even pronounce. We have to go to the EWG website to look all these up just to see what they will do to the body. Um, but I'm not going to touch on fragrance just yet because I have another slide later. But this is just an example of what we're dealing with. Of course, we don't have to deal with that here at Go to Sauna because all of our products are safe.
Absolutely. And one thing too I want to mention is triclosan. Triclosan is a common chemical that you can find in, no, let me start here. Triclosan is an ingredient that has been banned from antibacterial hand soaps, but it is commonly found in your toothpaste. So they banned it from the hand soaps because it has a high rate of cancer. But yet your mouth, when it enters your bloodstream, when you like taking the fulvic acid or the black seed oil sublingually, it enters your bloodstream immediately. And here we are brushing our teeth with it. So if you have not hopped on the train with organic toothpaste, we've got you covered there too. So let's hop into that lymphatic system real quick. We've got this liver cleanse coming up September 6, 7, 8. The lymphatic oil L-Stimulate, there is a bundle that's only $5 more than the oil, and you get the lymphatic brush with that as well. It's the lymphatic bundle. It's for detoxing your lymphatic system, which you've got an entire highway of lymphatic, your the lymphatic system goes through your body. It doesn't have a pump like your liver does, or your heart does. It doesn't expand and contract like your lungs do. It gets bogged down. And a lot of the lymphatic nodes, a lot of the lymphatic system is right there in your armpit. So when you're using those toxic deodorants and you're putting that on there on your largest organ, that's going right into your lymphatic system and into your bloodstream, and it doesn't have any way to detoxify, which is why this is such an incredibly important thing for those of you that have not tried the deodorant yet. I highly suggest you get that and make sure that those that you love are also on this. I'm asking a question in a group right now that for prices on non-toxic deodorants, and we're the most effective one that I've heard from everyone that has tried it so far, and we're also the cheapest. One lady told me today, she said, I can buy two of these for the price I used to pay. So, with that lymphatic system right there, you got to be really careful what you're putting on your skin, number one, just so your detoxing pathways don't get clogged up. But that's pretty important right there, because they always say if the cancer reaches the lymph nodes, then that's not that's not a good thing for you. So back to you, my friend.
Okay. So, yes, we have wonderful deodorants. This is my first time trying it. I had to order these out. Um, and I said I definitely have to make sure that before I talk about this that I use it. Um, the my favorite so far is the clay and tea tree. I just love the way it smells. It just has this nice clean scent. Um, I think my husband likes the myrrh and sandalwood. That's sort of a, but to me it smelled like like a fresh baby powder kind of scent. I was like, how did they do that to get that scent to smell like you just hopped out of the shower and just put some powder, powder on. But those combinations of oils, they're just beautifully done. And I can't wait to try the rose and vetiver. I think that one's next month. Oil of the month club or so
Yep.
fresh so clean club. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you haven't I noticed when I printed out the pages, they're the highlighted ingredients are actually different. And I mean they have a base ingredient, but they have different ingredients for each one also, other than the essential oils. But what I really love about these deodorants is are the clays that they use. You
Mhm.
know, the clay powders have been known to naturally detox the body, the skin. Why you think people take mud baths? Because they usually come from different clays when people go to the spas or whatever because they help to detox the body. Um, when it comes to these natural deodorants, some people may experience a detox process until your body gets used to it. It just depends on how much of a toxic buildup you have in your body already. With me, I was already using natural deodorant, so I didn't really experience anything. But just in case, I just wanted to put that out there. And it has nothing to do with the deodorants itself, but it's just whatever we put in our systems.
I am
That's
so
gotta
glad
come
you
out.
mentioned, yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned that too, because I have had a couple people come to me and say, "Oh, it made me break out." And I'm like, "Girl, you're toxic is why." I did know that, but I don't think a lot of people did. So I'm so glad that you brought that up. I have a question for you, and I don't know if you can answer this or not tonight, but we can get information back to them. I've heard Paula say that these also, I mean, obviously they have essential oils in them. And we know that when you put essential oils on your skin, it transfers into the bloodstream and the body. But she said that these are also anti-aging swipe by swipe. So can you speak on that at all, or should I give you some time to look at that?
Well, it makes sense because anytime you use essential oils topically, they're going to go into your system. And so our oils, of course, are top notch. So they're always therapeutic. When commercial deodorants that we buy in the store, this is where the part when you talk about how our oils are the first distilled,
Mhm.
they have essential oils that are rectified, that are distilled multiple times so that they can all smell the same. And they make them for the cosmetic industry because when you put something on the shelf, they want it to be a consistency throughout their product. So every time someone buys that particular deodorant, they want it to smell the same. So they have to pull all of the good stuff out of the essential oils in order to make those oils for the cosmetic industry because their mindset is we're just doing this because we want it to smell a certain way. They're not thinking therapeutic. But if you're using essential oils that are therapeutic, first distilled, then when you put them on your body, they're going to go into your system and they're going to work on whatever is going on in your body. It's just another delivery method in a sense. Instead of putting the oils on the bottom of your feet, you're putting them on your under your armpits and you're still getting the benefits of the essential oils. So yes, it probably can age you backwards because you're getting the oils in the system and you're getting those first distilled ones.
Oh, very nice. And Len just put in the comments, vetiver is one of the oils that can lengthen the telomeres too. So that's awesome. Are you done on this screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this kind of goes into the question that you had, getting creative. I just came up with, what
Oh,
happened?
let me just put that back in present. Sometimes it does that. I'm not sure why. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, the other creative ways in which to use natural deodorants. See, when you're using natural products, the bases are almost always the same. You're just kind of like interchanging the ingredients and you're interchanging the different oils, essential oils. And so if you can make a salve using the same ingredients that you can make the deodorant out of, if you get what I'm saying. And
Mhm.
so um that's why when you're using natural products that are really truly natural, then you can use them in multiple parts of the body to do different things. And so one of the areas that I actually was told by a physician to use deodorants when it comes to chafing. So like if a person, has an area, a part of the body that rubs together. I live in Louisiana heat. And so sometimes you may have to, you may get rashes or in certain areas. And so using a deodorant can help with that. That was according to this doctor. And so why not use one that's natural? That way you don't have multiple chemicals getting into your system. Um, an after shave soother, these deodorants will be perfect for that, because of the essential oil process that could take place if you nick your skin, especially the clay and tea tree, that can help soothe that. Sweaty hands and feet. Have anybody seen that Lumi commercial where this lady is advertising this deodorant that you can use on your pits and your feet and anywhere that sweats? Well, because of the clays that we have in these deodorants, they can help to alleviate sweaty hands and feet. I tried that the other day with my feet, um, because I have to wear certain shoes when I'm driving commercially, and sometimes they get really hot. And so I said, let me just put this uh deodorant to the test. And so I used the clay and tea tree. The reason why is because the tea tree that's in it will help with fungus, so you won't get the sweaty, sometimes if your feet are wet, it grows fungus, right?
Mhm.
Um, and then of course the clay is going to help absorb the moisture. And hey, it worked. I loved it.
Well, let
Uh,
me tell you, my husband is going to be so excited when I start using this on my feet.
yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Now another one. Now this one was told to me by my GYN, because sometimes, especially in the heat, you may get the little skin yeast rashes underneath your breast.
Mhm.
And it is so hard to get rid of that. You can make an essential oil up with tea tree and clove. Those are the two best oils for that. But it doesn't absorb the moisture because you're using a carrier oil. And so one of my doctors, she gave me an antifungal powder to use under there, and it worked, but it didn't work fast enough. So I said, I gotta give me some tea tree. And so I made my own powder using cornstarch and tea tree oil, and it worked a little faster than the prescription. And so what I did was try the clay and tea tree underneath that area, the deodorant. And yes, it worked. I felt it coming on because it was, like I said, we've been having 100-something degree weather here, and it worked. I didn't sweat. It just, I don't know, it was amazing. And it smelled good, because if anyone has had that kind of infection before, it smells awful, especially when it gets out of hand. But yes, that one, it smelled wonderful. Now, I will warn you though, because of the clay being pinkish or reddish, it may stain a white bra. But I don't think it's gonna stick. I haven't washed it yet to see, but I just noticed it was on there. But other than that, I didn't have any problems with that. And it actually worked for me.
Awesome. Can we touch just briefly, just maybe 3 minutes on, let's do myrrh and sandalwood. So when would you use that one topically in another area?
I didn't really because it didn't have the same clays
Oh, okay.
as that's why I was printing these out. At first I thought maybe it was the essential oils that was different, but I would have to actually kind of do a deeper study
Okay,
of
we can
the
come back to
different
that another
clays
time.
and the reason why they use the different clays. Because like for instance, in the clay and tea tree, it has the kaolin clay, and then it has the tapioca root powder, because those are good at absorbing
Mhm.
moisture.
Mhm.
And then like in the myrrh and sandalwood, it has the French green clay. I've really haven't experienced that one. I've heard of it, but I haven't experienced, so I don't really know. I am familiar with arrowroot powder because
Mhm.
that's a common ingredient in some of the other natural deodorants. But yeah, they have, and see, and the rose and vetiver has a different clay in it. So
Okay.
that would be something I would have to kind of study to see why the difference is in the clay.
We can definitely come back to that.
Yes. So now that we got the deodorants out of the way, let's look at our hair products. Hair products these days are absolutely terrible. And it doesn't matter if this products for African American hair or any other nationality of hair. If you go and just go down the shampoo aisle and read the stuff that's in it, it is terrible. And guess where we are using this the most? It's our head.
Mm.
Even though our skull may be protecting our brain, we still have a brain stem, and it can be absorbed into our central nervous system. And that's why many of the ingredients that you find in hair products are considered neurotoxins. If you experience migraines, if your seizures are not under control, if you're epileptic, if you have neuropathies, you have to be really careful about the type of hair products you use, because many of the ingredients are neurotoxic, and they can actually increase those type of medical the problems with those type of medical conditions. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the reason why I say anti hair shaming, um, hashtag team natural hair. I went natural about 27 years ago when I got pregnant, and I was reading in the book What to Expect When You're Expecting. And in that book, it said you should not use hair dye when you're pregnant, because it can be absorbed into your scalp and
Mhm.
it can pass to the baby. So I asked my doctor, was this true? And he said, well, yeah. And I said, well, what about hair relaxers? And he said, well, if it's chemicals, he said, it likely is true too. So I called my braid lady. I said, I need you to braid my hair. So the rest of my pregnancy, I had braids. I have actually, I should show the picture of me just giving birth, and I still had braids in my hair. Uh, but the updated version of the What to Expect When You're Expecting book, it does list relaxers in it now. Years ago in 1997, when I had my son, it didn't list relaxers, but it does now. And I saw it in a bookstore recently. Hair relaxers nowadays, you will see, I couldn't find one that says lie, uh, but this one was one that they used to call a kitty perm, quote unquote kitty perm. Um, and because it was supposed to be milder because it was for children. And hairdressers used to tell me all the time, why don't you get a kitty perm? Because your hair is just too soft. And these other ones are harsh. I would get sores in my head,
Oh,
and
wow.
they wouldn't heal until like the time to get another relaxer. And so nowadays they have them no lie relaxers because of those hair relaxer lawsuits. And they did a preliminary study at a Houston hospital, and they were wondering why Black women were getting fibroid tumors more than any other race of people. And it turns out they linked the hair relaxers to the increasing of fibroid tumors. And then, of course, if you have an increase of fibroid tumors, you also have an increase of cancers, because that's what happened with my husband's aunt, actually. Her cancer was mixed in with those tumors. I heard, yeah, with those fibroid tumors. And so now they actually have lawsuits that people are winning because of being exposed to relaxers when they were little girls. And now women in their late 20s and early 30s are getting breast cancer, uterine cancers, ovarian cancers, and they have been linked to hair relaxers. Now, lye, they used to have hair relaxers that had straight lye in it, Lye. And instead of putting, um, you use lye when you make it soap, but after the soap cures, the chemicals disappear. This is straight lye that people were putting on their scalps, that we were putting on our scalps. And that I just can't even imagine that we were felt that we had to do that. One of the reasons why is because of this picture at the bottom where it says the Crown Act. In 2019, the Crown Act was enacted to prevent hair discrimination when it comes to jobs or activities at school. They were sending kids home from school if they came to school with braids in their hair instead of relaxers. People were not getting corporate jobs. I was told in a job interview that my braids were not professional. And of course, I did not get the job there. I ended up going to another bank and got a job.
Wow.
With the same hair. So now, though, there's 25 states that have enacted that law and made it illegal to do that. But there's still other states that have not enacted that law. The reason why that's so important, because Black women for years have felt like that we had to straighten our hair with chemical means just so that we could get a corporate job and have our hair straight. And we weren't allowed to utilize our natural hair the way God made our hair grow out of our scalp at these jobs because we wanted, I mean, if you wanted to be in the corporate world, you had to look the part. And an afro, like I'm wearing tonight, or braids did not look the part.
Wow.
And so many people expose themselves to these toxic chemicals of hair relaxers because of that. And so that's why I'm an advocate of anti-hair shaming.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that have happened, though, there was a whole movement when I first started coaching people in the early 2000s. There were a lot of women that came out with these natural products for the hair. And one of the things that they emphasized was the fact that fragrance is a problem. Now, if you look at these examples here, this is a product up at the top where it says fragrance shenanigans. Some of those ingredients look pretty good. They look like natural stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the end, it says phthalate-free fragrance. Now, the problem with fragrance is fragrance can have up to 4,000 different ingredients in that one word. And it's a proprietary ingredient, so the company does not have to disclose what's in it. So
Yep.
let's say they take 100 different ingredients to make this particular fragrance. The Organic Consumer Association several years ago tested some of these products on the market, and they found out that some of the ingredients that they used in the fragrance were actually banned by the Environmental Working Group. They were not even legal to use, but because it's a hidden ingredient, they don't have to disclose what's in it, then they were able to pass ingredients that are normally banned into the word fragrance. So when a company put fragrance in a product, they just totally messed it up. It can have all the natural ingredients as they want, but if it's an artificial fragrance, they totally messed up the product. And just at the bottom picture here, under manufacturer changes, many products that were once natural, like the one that I showed here with the phthalate-free fragrance, I can't even use it anymore because they put it in a manufacturer. And the more the manufacturer gets a hold of it, the less natural the product becomes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's been happening. So we could go natural with our hair all day long, but we're still putting chemicals in our hair from the products that we need to maintain our natural styles, uh, because the manufacturers are changing it. So if you want to keep it moving, because we're gonna run out of time a little
Oh,
bit.
okay. There we go.
And so this is why we have Mane Glo. I normally, I'm going to show you some different things that we can do with the product. So I'm hoping this is just the first of many hair products that we get that are completely natural. Um, I absolutely love the way this product smells. Of course, it is a good product for the scalp. People that want to stimulate that hair growth. I have had clients that make products like this. And one thing that I used to hate about some of them is that make your hair itch so much, your scalp itch so much when you use those hair stimulating, the
Mm-hmm.
scalp stimulating products, because that's what they say, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to tingle and itch. And I'm like, this is driving me crazy though. I have not experienced that with this product.
Wow.
It's not, in fact, it soothed my scalp. I have not had that itchiness where it just, stimulates it so much to where it just drives you crazy. So I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely loved it. Um, I'm in the middle of doing my protective style. So I had to take my hair down and wash it. That's why you see my little fro here. And so I've been cutting some damaged hair off. And so what I've started doing was, what I did today was use it on my split ends, cut some more of my hair off and use it on the end. It just softened my hair. I mean, I absolutely love this product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, someone's asking how to use it and when. Mary, I use it after I get out of the shower. I apply it to the ends of my hair. My hair is really frizzy. If I wash it, it's good the first day, but the second day, if I don't wash it, because I don't wash it every day, it's really, really frizzy when I brush it out. I look like a 1980s rock star band with really big hair. So you can put it on the scalp treatment too. You can give yourself a scalp treatment, put some on the scalp with the dropper, and then massage that in and go to bed with it. Marcus says his wife loves it. She rubs it into her eyebrows and they're thicker now. Oh, that's brilliant. Yes.
Yeah. I've been hearing some of the men using it for beards too.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Grow
It's
their
really helpful
beards.
for a beard. Coach Charlotte said that she's added 2 inches to her hair since using it. So excellent,
Yeah.
excellent stuff. So if you've got some hair that is kind of unmanageable, this is going to be something great for you. It's also going to be just a nice treatment for your hair too, just at the scalp level. Give
Mhm.
yourself a little pamper me time. So,
Yeah, that's what the next picture is showing, the different ways we can use it.
oh,
It's a shine. The first picture here, sometimes your hair gets dull,
mm-hmm,
or like when people do, like when African Americans do the corn rolls, and then they put that little mousse stuff on to make it shiny. Now you have something to make your hair shine. because you can just put a little bit in your hand, rub it in, and it'll give your hair a glow. You can use it for locks, braids, of course. Um, we see a hot oil treatment. It can be used for that. Um, of course, we already talked about the scalp, the flyaway hair. If you have split ends or hair that just won't manage, like you were talking about managing your hair, it's a serum. And I love the fact that it's not heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not heavy at all.
Yep.
Um, like I was talking about, the picture of me here, that's one of my protective styles. So you braid your hair and then you add this hair to it. But see, you have your scalp in between, so you can actually put the oil in between your hair and it'll grow while you're protecting your hair. And so, since I had
Nice.
hair damage, that's why I've been wearing protective style so my hair can grow back. And
Mm-hmm.
so, when I braid it up and I put my style on, then now I could use the little dropper. And it's good. My scalp was itchy a little bit. It helped with that. Um, so I mean, it's just an awesome product. I love it.
I have a friend who was using it on her son, and he's got that scaly, not dandruff, but scaly, itchy plaque that grows in his hair. And he's a teenager. He's having amazing results with it. So thank you so much. Everybody give Veronica some love. Yes, thank you, psoriasis. That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
my son had that too. So
Yep, and the Mane Glo has really helped a lot with that. He still has some, but it is just getting so much better, and I can't wait to see what it's like in 6 months. So, yeah, blow up that chat and give Veronica some love. You can tell that this is where her heart is with the hair. Also the essential oils, she loves those, we know, but that hair, I could just tell you were just on fire sharing that information. So thank you. A couple announcements as we close out the call. We've got our liver detox that starts September 6th. With Labor Day weekend coming up, we need to make sure that if you're going to take part in that with us, you've got to make sure that you get that liver kit or any supplies that you need for that order right away, because with Labor Day, mail can get kind of bunched up. Next week, we will have Miriam and Courtney back talking. They're going to do step by step, not a lot of education on the product because we know that already pretty much, but they're going to be demonstrating how to do a liver cleanse and talking about that. And then you can't do a parasite cleanse. And if you've been feeling yucky, itchy, nausea, brain fog, flu symptoms, stuffy nose, carb, sugar cravings, things like that, you probably have a parasite thing going on in your body, and we will follow that up September 12th. You cannot, let me say this louder, you cannot do a parasite cleanse unless you do a liver cleanse, because you have to have your detox pathways open or it would not have really good results for you. So we got that fun stuff coming up. The Try Me free product for HBN this month is Purge Tonic. So if you are a brand new customer, then you can order a 100 CV order, and that will be included complimentary. If you are an existing customer, that would need to go on auto ship prior to the 25th because it wouldn't process until the following month to get that free Purge Tonic, which is the product that we're going to need for that parasite cleanse. So you're going to need that. So go ahead and get that order in so you get your purge. Next month's product is going to be colon support, and we'll be doing some education on that as well. I know we did that with, we've done that on another Detox Diva call, but that's another excellent product that's going to be your free product for next month. And our brand new product that we just launched is Beetroot Max. I've only seen one testimony because it just came out. It has not hit the mailboxes yet, but she could feel her blood circulating in her body. And she is so excited about how this is going to help, with the heart health. There's clinical studies on the capros, which is one of the ingredients in here that has helped with heart damage or cardiovascular damage. So that is going to be something that you are going to want to try. Add that onto an order. Then on the Go to Sauna side, we have two amazing subscriptions. Like, who doesn't love to get something in the box in the mail every month? I get my chicken supplies. I get like this little gift box of fun little things for my chickens. I don't even have chickens yet, but that comes every month. But this is an essential oil. Let your well-being take center stage. So there's the oil of the month club. And this kit right here is one of my favorites. It comes with 4 oils for only $70. Like, that's ridiculous price. That's so incredible. The Detox Divas with Veronica will be back. Veronica will be back on September 5th, and we're going to cover the self-aware, the sweet basil, the deep green, and lavender ice for kids. How awesome is that with all the stress going back to school right now? And then we've got our So Fresh, So Clean Club. Look at that kit. That's only $60. You get 3 oils. You get that toothpaste that every single one of you on this call needs to be using. You get the, this month, it's the orange blossom. Next month, it's the lavender comfrey with the rose vetiver deodorant. Like, look at that kit. Those are amazing kits. So that is what is on the subscription box. I hope you are all subscribing to that because they are so much fun to get. And one thing I never mentioned for the guest on the call, if you are brand new here, we do have a member rewards program that we need to talk about more because it's extremely beneficial to you. Your first month that you're here, you're going to get just your first order, we're going to pay you 5% back in whatever your total is in member reward points. And you can see how that goes up. The longer you are with us, the longer you keep that consecutive auto ship every 30 days, you are going to earn more and more money. For me, myself, I get about 30 some dollars back every single month to use for free product, like as if the products weren't affordable already. Following this meeting in just about 10 minutes, Coach Marcus is going to be doing his live event, Heart and Body Naturals Opportunity Overview. Get paid from your cell phone and receive products that will help you, your family, and your loved ones. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the business side, please hop on that call when you're done here and just see everything that that Heart and Body Naturals has to offer as far as changing the financial outlook for your family. So with that, thank you so much for joining us. Please get back to the person that shared this with you, and I will post the replay on my YouTube channel here shortly. Thank you all for such an amazing evening, and we appreciate you for hopping on. So thank you very much, and have a great evening. Bye-bye, everyone.